So hi guys, today I'm going to share a project recently that I have done, and and this is on mostly about data science. So it's about uh, collecting and analysis product reviews from the Trustpilot website, and then collecting insights from them, building uh, Power BI dashboards, and also training machine learning models to do certain things. So first, I will try to give you an introduction of the project and the project problem. Exactly what are the things that we have solved today? I will do it. I'm going to share my screen with you. So mostly about the data science part, and the topic is, as I have said, Trustpilot reviews of Flipkart. So here, basically, what we are doing is we are uh, web scraping product reviews from the Trustpilot website about the Flipkart company and trying to gain insights using that data about the Flipkart company, certain insights that can help the business to grow even more. So, what are the objectives? So, the objectives are to extract data through web scraping. Basically, we web scrape the Trustpilot website pages to extract data. Then, what we are going to do is we are going to do sentiment analysis and prediction. Basically, we analyze the sentiment, and we build machine learning models to predict those sentiments. For instance, if a customer says that the product uh, was not good and had defects, what we say? We say that the customer has a negative sentiment about this product. So, so in this way, we will do sentiment analysis. This means we'll label the sentiment of each review using certain tools and then build machine learning models to predict those sentiments. So it's this sentiment analysis and prediction part. Then the third is about predicting rating from content. You know that on Trustpilot, what customers do, customers generally give rating. For instance, a 5 star, 4 star, or even third star, or even as low as 1 star to products based on their experiences with that product. So, what we are going to do is we are going to train and build machine learning models to predict those ratings from our content. Then, what we are going to do is we are going to visualize the sentiment distribution. Basically, we are going to draw some charts, some graphs, some charts to show how the sentiments are across each rating, probably each topic title, uh, or the overall sentiment distribution. I mean, how many of customers are negative, how many customers had a bad feeling about the products, how many customer reviews were positive, how many were neutral, that is not good or not bad. So basically the percentage of each kind of sentiments, either negative or positive. So basically visualizing. So here we do a pie chart to show the overall sentiment distribution. Then we are going to do is we are going to find and visualize top keywords in each rating. I mean, for each rating, what are the top keywords? For instance, Why is the customer who is putting a two-star rating to a product, what are they saying? Was the delivery timings late, or was there a bad customer service, or what was the reason? So the top content keywords for each rating. Then what we are going to do, we are going to visualize how sentiment correlates with actual rating. Like how the sentiment, how the sentiment, how the sentiment varies with the ratings. Yeah. So basically, like for 1 star, we will generally agree how many positive were there, how many negative requirements are there. So mostly it's about the correlation between sentiment and actual ratings, and then we will come to the stages. So in order to complete these projects, there were around uh, we can say around eight different stages. No, seven stages. So the first stage, as I said here, web scraping. That is scraping customer reviews. That is scraping customer reviews from the Trustpilot website. The second was data cleaning. That is cleaning the data. For instance, you can expect there to be for instance, some missing values in the data that we just extracted from that website. Now we have to handle those missing values. Then there could be some format related issues, and we need to put the data in a structured and we need to format it in a very structured way. Then we can also say, then the third is about exploratory data analysis. It's mostly about actually like after we have done the web scraping and data cleaning part, after we have a clean data, we just want to gain some introductory analysis from that data. We want to gain some introductory insights, like how many rows are there, how many columns are there, what are the columns, what are they all about, in order to help us future in our later work, which is the main work, which is about building machine learning models, all those things. So after we have done the data, we're going to do sentiment labeling. Sentiment labeling means we need to label the sentiment of the data, because as I said, the data is unlabeled. It doesn't have a label, but we need to put a label on sentiment level using certain scores and polarity scoring that we are going to do. Like how much is the data gained towards the negative or positive? What are their polarity scorings? Then, based on these sentiment levels, we are going to develop our models and evaluate an evaluation pipeline. I mean, we are going to develop different models, and on each of those models, we are going to do hyperparameter tuning, that is selecting the best parameters for each model. And then on those what we are going to do is we are going to evaluate the pipeline. I mean, we are going to select the best models out of all those models. Then we are going to deploy our model. Then we are going to deploy our model. Then what we are going to do is the data visualization part, then through building Power BI dashboard. So the last step involves building an interactive Power BI dashboard for data visualization purposes, for helping stakeholders understand certain aspects about the data. And that's all. So that is all the stages involved in this project. So now we go to our web scraper part. So now I will share another screen. So now I am going to demonstrate the web scraper that I have built using Python programming language. To do that, I'm going to share uh, my screen. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, I'm going to share my entire screen. No, sorry. Let's see if we can. So we will just go to our web scraper, web scraping by open. We develop it using the spider interface. Spider interface. Let's wait for a few minutes for it to just open. So as you can see, that's my web scraping. That's my web scraping code that I have written. You can find all of those codes in my GitHub repository. So basically, as you can see, that's me, the author, and I created this on this. So the code here, we import all the necessary libraries. For instance, we are importing the WebDriver uh, libraries. That's very essential to set up the Selenium and uh, everything for web scraping purposes. So these are the, especially this WebDriver is very essential to set up the Selenium thing there. So as you can see here, I have set up the WebDriver over here. I have set up the WebDriver or using all those Selenium options. And after that, what I have done is I have given the Flipkart, the Trustpilot Flipkart review pages URL. Okay, I have given the URL over there, and there, what I have done is uh, I use the driver to get this URL to get this page, and then extract the reviews like this. So here, as you can see, there is a while loop there. So first of all, it extracts these various things, which is this reviews, the number of reviews that are there in each page. So as you can see, there are lots of pages in that website about that company. So what we have to do is we have to do dynamic web scraping. Okay, so it is done. So here the code is automatically going to flip through each page and extract the product reviews on each state on each page, and basically uh, kind of um, kind of uh, put it into the table. So this is the while loop. For that reason, we put the while there. So here it's scraping page number one, and then what it's doing, it's finding each it is finding the list of reviews in every page, all the reviews together into This reviews, so collection of reviews, this is the collection of all reviews, this variable, and for each review in this collection, in this page, what we are going to do is we are going to extract the title of the page, the content of the page, the rating of the page. Okay, the rating, the content, and the title, and then there we are going to append it, append it to this data frame. So what we are going to do is that eventually after we exit the scrape all the pages, exit the driver and everything, we are going to print this data frame. And also the most important part is we are going to save this data frame to our to a CSV file, and the CSV file is Trustpilot Flipkart reviews.csv. Okay, so this is the CSV file. So we have this CSV file, which is the result of our code, and this has been saved. And so we put it over here, Trustpilot. So as you can see, we have all the reviews over there. So this is the title, this is the content, this is the rating. This is the title, this is the content, this is the rating of all. So let's see how many reviews we have here. So we have around 971 reviews after scraping around 50 web pages on that website. That's what we have. So this is the first step which we have already done. So this is web scraping that we have done. Now it's about data cleaning, doing exploratory data cleaning part, which we do in our Jupyter notebook. So we use Google Colab environment to do that. And that's our Jupyter notebook. So as you can see, this is the first code. We upload this CV and then we import it. We import it. We import the libraries. We are the same trustpilot.reviews CSV file. We read this file into a data frame, pandas data frame, and then we clean it. We drop rows where at least one column is missing. So there we go. So now it's the second. So as you see, what we do, we clean this data frame. We convert to lowercase. We remove the URLs. We remove punctuation. We do all those cleaning that we do over here. Lemmatization, stopword removal. We do over here. Then it's cleaned. It's cleaned at a cent, and then we go to from collections import counter. There we go. So what here we do this is this exploratory data analysis part where we are going to find the most common words in reviews. What are the top 20 words that we have got in these reviews? So these are the words. For instance, Flipkart is a common thing because it's already about Flipkart. These are mostly about all Flipkart product reviews. So Flipkart is going to be the most common. Then we have the order, product, customer service, bad, not delivery time, delivery, return day, refund, buy, experience, care, money, item, company, receive. So these are the words that we find over here. From collections, import counter. So as you can see, here we're importing counter, then like here, and then here we import matplotlib. So it's the same thing that we are doing. I think one part that I did was mostly here we are doing the title part. We are finding the common words in our title. For instance, here, if you see, we have the title, then we have the content. So we have the title and we have the content. And this is the title, and this one is the content. The content is there, this one, and this one, this one is the title. This one is the title. This is mostly the same thing if you see, mostly, but here it's more about the title and title one. Uh, so now we import the text block, and this is another important part. And this is so now we have done data cleaning, web scraping, data cleaning, web scraping. It's this is the part. This is sentiment labeling and polarity scoring. Now let's see how we are doing the sentiment labeling and polarity scoring. Here we are doing it's like this by importing the text block and by applying this text block on each content. On each content, we are finding a sentiment, and then we are labeling the sentiment based on their polarity score. So this one is giving us the polarity score. The text block gives us the polarity scores, and based on those polarity scores, we are finding the sentiment level. So this one, and then what we do the exploratory data analysis over here. That visualizing part. Here we are finding the sentiment level. This is the sentiment level. So as you can see that most of this, that there are a huge number of negative, then positive and neutral. So most of the sentiments are actually here negative. So Flipkart is actually not doing good, as most of the uh, sentiment or most of the content of the reviews are actually negative. This means most of the reviews are actually negative. Now uh, we go to here. So here, what we are doing. Um, we're tokenizing the content and title to make it kind of suitable to be input into a machine learning model. So here what we are doing is basically starting the model development and evaluation pipeline. But before we do the model development, what we did is we store create and create a database and store data. Create a database and store data for backup related reasons. We created a database using MongoDB. Using MongoDB, we created a database. So this is how we did this. We installed the PyMongo, then we imported Mongo client. Here you have to use your own MongoDB URL. I used Atlas MongoDB and did this. So it was stored successfully. Then we close the MongoDB client. We open the client over here. We open the client and then we need to close it as well because it is safe. Otherwise, it will stay open. So then what we do is we install the transformer stock PyTorch part. So here we have actually uh, then what we do the model development and development. Here we actually build a lot of models, do hyperparameter tuning, and actually test a lot of models. But we need to use only one machine learning model, and we choose the best model as our final model. So I'm going to that part which is our final model was. So there's a lot of coding because we choose a lot of machine learning models, and we had to be do hyperparameter tuning, and then testing, training, all kinds of things on this. And based on the accuracy score, we choose our best model based on the accuracy score. See, the accuracy score is good, but it's we want it to be a lot as high as possible, higher, but not, we want to be even more higher. So the final best model was, let's see, let's see if we can find it, was CNN with Keras. Yeah, this is our final model. This is our final model. This is this is our final model. This is the one that worked well with our data set based on the accuracy score. And this is the CNN with Keras search model. So what we have done over here, we have imported NumPy. We have done the TensorFlow Keras model. We use the Keras. So first of all, we need to load and prepare the data. We need to tokenize our data sets and everything, tokenize everything just to make it proper to be input into a there. Then we need to encode the labels. Then we need to define the model and everything. Here it's the models. Here we have built the models. So it's the function for building the model. Then what we have to do, we have to initialize the tuner. So what is the tuner? It's basically a random search thing that uh, that helps us. Let's do the same thing as a random search, and we imported it somewhere here. See here we import the level encoder, everything. So here we import it. Yes, the random search. So see how where we and imported the random. So it's the Keras tuner. From the Keras tuner, we import the random search, and that's the random search. So it's the how many, it's basically the hyperparameter tunings, how many hyperparameter combination we use, maximum trial of 10. But the objective is validation accuracy, the greatest accuracy, the best hyperparameter. So if an hyperparameter, say ABC, has 81% accuracy, and another C like DEF has 80%, we choose ABC because 81 is higher than 80%. So it's the based on the validation accuracy is our objective. Then execution is number of two. The directory where we stored is Keras tuner, and the project was this. So here we run our hyperparameter search. We retrieve the best model from tuner, the best performing hyperparameter tuning model, and we get the best hyperparameter tuning. And then we evaluate this using our test set, and we print the classification report and the test accuracy. So as you can see, this is the classification report. As you can see, it's very high. 80% is actually very high. 80% is over here accuracy. Compared to, if you compare this with uh, the above one, the 77, it's higher. 80% is higher than 77. So I choose 80% over here. Okay. So this is done. So here we have done the model evaluation and evaluation pipeline. So then what comes is deploying the model. How do we deploy this model? So after we have ran the code and everything is there, we download the model into our computer. And as you can see here, we write code, our Trustpilot review model deployment code to deploy the model. So here we import Flask, import pickle from test, so import load model for loading the model, and then we are importing the pre-processing part, the pad sequence part. Then what we do, first load the model, we open everything, tokenizer and everything, and then here is for the this part. So here is for handling the requests. Basically, we do a handling the request part for handling post requests. That's what we are doing. We are first of all getting the data from our post request, then getting the text inside the data. For instance, if a customer says that the product is not good, the machine, the reviews goes to it, and it says that the product is good. It says the our model says the customer reviews negative because the customer is saying the product is not good, and then it's for reviewing the get request. It was for reviewing the post, and for it's the get request. It's basically this. It's like for getting the data. It's the confidence of the model. So we can see the get request over here. So get and post request. So the post request is getting the review text from post request. So if the customer kind of submits a form and we need to collect the form data, I think what we do here is the post request. We return it. And for get request, what we're doing over here is getting the request. No text parameter. Here, as you can see, it also returns an error if no text parameter was provided. So basically, we deploy the model on our local computer, on our local machine, and we can uh, access it through the apply 500. So let's give you a demonstration of it. We run it. We hope it should work because it worked as well. Um, you can see it's coming. So let's just um, just wait for it. See, yeah. So it is running on this. So let's run this. Let's run. Control copy. Control what? It should run. Let's see what we have done. What we Oh, I think one thing that we have to do, we have to get this predict over here. Let's see the code. I think here we should provide the text over here. Yeah, see, this is it. Yeah, so here, see what we have done. We have said this is a text is a this is a excellent product. So what it does, it this project that I wrote here, it actually gets this text from the get request that I have done, and then returns and then returns this one. These ones, the sentiment, confidence, and text. So each here is predicting it's neutral. This is an excellent product, and and our machine learning product is about 75% confident on this. So now we have done this. So here we close it, and now we go there, we press control copy, we quit, control copy to quit, control copy. Yeah, so here we go. And now we have deployed our model. But there was one last thing that was left is actually there is another thing that we need to predict. As I think in our objective I told, yes, in my objective I told you that it's about predicting rating from content. And there is what we do is we build machine learning products to help us do that, basically. So I'm unable to get to my website screen. So yeah. So this is let's back to the Jupyter notebook over here. So here is what we do in our Google Colab. We just go and we build machine learning models. Um, Models, but there I think we faced some difficulties, and let me show you how I overcome those difficulties. So the difficulties that I faced over there, yeah. So here, so actually the class was not balanced. So let me show you. So as you can see, we are predicting rating from the content over here. So the rating was not actually balanced. There were 859 one ratings, but compared to that, there were only 48 five ratings. There were very low number of other ratings, 17 3 ratings, 22 ratings, and then but for one there was a very high number of ratings. It was around 859 for one. Now what we do is we do this, basically about balancing the classes through SMOTE and resampling them, through SMOTE and resampling them. And as a consequence, as you can see, there is an equal number of classes of each of each class. There is an equal number of rows of each rating. As you can see, through due to this smart thing that we did, smart. As you can see, here it was only 859, 48, 25, 2017. But now we apparently solved the problem and it's all equal. It's around 860. Now we go back to this. We go back to this, and this is the classifier. We use the random forest classifier. and we print the classification score. We use around a 99% accuracy score, and every class, if you can see, is balanced properly. Then we print an actual and predicted levels. As you can see, our actual and predicted levels overlie on top of each other. As you, we also drew a bar chart. As you can see, they are the same. The actual, the predicted, they appear to be mostly the same over here. So this diagram here, you can see the actual and predicted levels. They actually kind of lie on top of each other, overlie on each of each other, and are the same thing. So basically, here we did a win-win situation because of resampling through this SMOTE process, the SMOTE SMOTE process that made us 860. But before that, if you see some of the models, they were giving ones 09, but here they were giving 2003. This was not performing well. Because why? Because the imbalances in the ratings, as the ratings were, there was a large imbalance there. There are 859 one ratings, but only 17 3 rating, or only this rating. So you can see there is a huge gap between these ratings. Now, what I have done is I have put an equal number of equal number of each rating through this SMOTE process, SMOTE process. After this, what we get, we input it into this random forest classifier, and we get 99% accuracy with all one. As you can see, we have this one as well. We have this one as well, this one as well, and this one as well. Whereas if you go to the above models, where we did not do the SMOTE process, you will see we are getting mostly 0, 0, 0, mostly 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here, we are getting around 0.99, 0.90 confusion matrix with a best graph due to this SMOTE resampling process. So now let's go back to our stages. So the last part is about data visualization. It's mostly about building an interactive Power BI dashboard. And we do this over here. We do this as like this. So I hope we can get. So this is the Flipkart Trustpilot review analysis dashboard that we have built. Let's wait for the Power BI to open. Power BI is actually a massive software. It takes some time to load, but it does work perfectly. So that's our dashboard. Its name is Flipkart Trustpilot Reviews. Uh, I'm just putting the charger on because the battery is low. Uh, so this is our dashboard, as you can see. So first is the sentiment, count of sentiment. This is the sentiment distribution. This is the sentiment by rating. Sentiment by rating. So this is a sentiment distribution. If you can see in our object, sentiment distribution. This is a sentiment distribution. Then this is the sentiment by rating. Sentiment by rating. No, sorry. This is sentiment with rating relationship. Sentiment with rating. Sentiment with rating relation. Sentiment count. Sentiment rating relationship. As you can see, one we are going to naturally have a lot of negative sentiments because negative reviews, generally people who are giving you a 1-star rating generally tend to give a lot of negative reviews, whereas people who are giving a 5-star rating generally tend to a positive review. Then so this is visualizing how sentiment correlates with actual rating. So this is this part. And then the second part is visualizing top keywords in each rating, which is this. What are the top keywords for each rating? So see for rating 1, these are the top yeah. For rating 2, which for rating for 5, these are marked as pink. You can zoom and you can actually see. Uh, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. So if you zoom and see, this is the so this is our Flipkart Trustpilot review analysis dashboard. This is the dashboard, interactive dashboard that we have over here. So let's see if I can make it a bigger. This is it. This is visualizing top keywords in each rating. Visualizing top keywords in each rating. For instance, for expected, good as you can see. So this is 5 for good review. They got I think they got 4 for this good review. So no, they got 3. So 3 was good. I would say 1 is mostly about negative. Then 5, uh, the good service got 5. So on time, basically the timing was a problem. The product arrival was being delayed. So this is one. This is some of the things that we got from here. Post service was one of the things. Customer service, delay in time, return policy, then then let's see, late delivery. The late delivery timing was this customer service. These are the bad points of that. Then bad experience, um, delivery times. Let's see if we can find out any over there. So the quality of the product was another option. So this gives us some insights which we can draw. So let's see. It's about insights. Flipkart's ratings on Trustpilot are mainly low due to bad service, bad customer service and experience, bad product quality, returns. What was the other one? Let's find out. Delay to return delay or delivery delay in delivery and delay in delivery and poor time. So these are our our main insights as to why the Flipkart's ratings were low, why Trustpilot has a low rating on Flipkart. So uh, this this was all about our project. Hopefully you can understand it. I have already uploaded all of my code on GitHub. Let me see you. I will give the mm, let me share it. I will give the um, GitHub your URL on the description part of my video. You can see that. So that's my project that I have done, and basically this is all what I have done. I will attach it. I'll make some changes and give the URL at the end of the video. So I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it. Um, let me know in the comments, and basically, uh, I hope you find it useful. I will be doing more projects and sharing with you to help you, and also uh, kind of giving a um, step by step uh, briefing about all the processes and all parts of the code that I have done, how I have done. So that's it. Uh, so basically, I will see you later. So bye.